We are here now with Jesper Radich, tactician of Formula X. You just came first across the line of Long Offshore. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
What was the key for you?
You know, it was a race with a lot of different wind speeds, quite a few corners to turn, and then some big decisions. And actually, we had a little bit of a nerve-wracking, very, very big split in the fleet. So we made our strategy how we wanted to play it. And in the end, it played out, but halfway through, we were actually a bit uncertain if it worked. But I think whenever you are in doubt, try to do things that are in your own control, which is something like boat speed, and and keep the mood good and keep fighting. And we did that really well. So in the end, we came out actually very, very strong. At the end, we had a complete shutdown of the breeze, and we went from being very far ahead to being only a little bit ahead. But in the end, it was enough, so we won.
Yeah, but all the fleet or the couple first boats just came across in a couple of minutes, so that just says how close the competition was.
Well, I think first of all the boats are very similar in speed, so especially as we had a big lead, lost a lot, then it was really down to the details of how do you do the finish. And I know some of the boats that did very, very nice spinnaker reach at the end, and probably gained a little bit on us with the building breeze. So and it was pretty close.
What do you think was the most challenging part, or the biggest challenge during that race?
I think for us it was the fact that with the big lead we had, we actually set into a little bit different weather system where the wind completely disappeared. So we went from doing 12-14 knots to 0. At the same time, the fleet was doing 12-14 knots coming at us. And that was not easy, because you have to decide, you have to accept that you're going to lose some meters, some of your advantage, and then you have to decide what's the best way of, let's say, maintaining the lead. So that was difficult. Then I think that really, really long upwind we had on yesterday, it was difficult because actually from one weather model to the next, let's say from one edition to the next one, the strategy changed a little bit, the routing changed. So we had to decide to stay with the old one or go with the new one, and in the end we made the right call.
So what you're saying is that was a bit of a psychological game in some parts.
I think within the team, for sure, there was a bit of psychology on how are you ready to take the risk of changing your plan strategy, because suddenly there's new info coming. And then for sure, versus the fleet, there's a lot of risk to leave the fleet. We saw WINDWHISPER, who is like a multiple world champion, as the biggest opponent, and especially as we're leading them, we thought we'd follow them. Unfortunately, the rest of half the fleet went completely the other direction, so you can't cover a full fleet. You have to make your own call, and there's a bit of psychology to being strong in your mind when you make that call.
Okay, congratulations again.
Thank you.